So it's great to continue my 56 county tour here in Powell County. We're here today to recognize two bills that I signed into law this year that established the state's first dedicated funding stream for wildlife crossings. Standing alongside me are the partners who helped make this a reality. Ryan Chapin of the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership, Ryan Bronson of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, John Schwartz of the Montana Department of Transportation, and Representative Ken Walsh, who carried one of the important bills, among other partners that are here. Thank you all for being here. Montana currently has the second highest per capita rate of wildlife vehicle collisions in the United States. Wildlife crossings are structures like the one behind me that protects motorists and wildlife. It's great to see Montana really leading the way through these landmark crossings laws. House Bill 855, sponsored by Representative Katie Zolnikoff, establishes the Fish, Wildlife, and Parks Wildlife Highway Crossings account. That's a place to put the money. FWP will administer this fund to support construction of these crossings where needed across the state. And then Representative Walsh's bill, House Bill 932, directs a portion of the marijuana tax revenue into the account that Katie Zolnikoff created. Representative Walsh, thank you for carrying this bill. What would you like to add?
Oh, thank you, Governor. Appreciate it. I'd just like to say that House Bill 932 was a great bill that did a lot of things, but it took a lot of collaboration between the conservation groups, the legislature, and the administration. And I think that at the end of the day, we're going to have a direct funding source from what appears to be a strong cash flow from the marijuana revenue tax. And so I think we'll be able to continue these projects long into the future and hopefully save a lot of vehicles and save a lot of wildlife. So thank you.
Yep. Representative Walsh, thank you. And now, as I mentioned, we have several partners with us today, and we could not have done this without you. Ryan, and John, what would you like to add?
Okay, I guess this Ryan will go. Thank you, Governor Gianforte. My name's Ryan Chapin. I'm the Montana Field Manager for the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership. Thanks for being here and to celebrate some big wins for wildlife and public safety. Today I just want to highlight two things. First off, Theodore TRCP and FWP currently have a specialty license plate contest going on. You can see the sign right over here. There's a QR code on there, but more about that in a moment. Secondly, these bills would not have happened without a strong team effort. So a couple thanks. A huge thanks to Governor Gianforte and your staff for engaging in this issue. And a big thanks to bill sponsors, Representative Zolnikoff, who isn't here, and Representative Walsh. FWP and MDT for your insight along the way. And then sporting groups like the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, the Wild Sheep Foundation, the Boone and Crockett Club, and many others who's long supported wildlife migrations. And finally, our science-driven partners like the Center for Large Landscape Conservation and the Montana Wildlife and Transportation Partnership. All made this possible, a big team effort. Okay, back to the license plate contest. Right now, FWP and TRCP are inviting Montanans that have art or design credentials or not to enter this contest, and the winner will get $1,000 and also the notoriety of seeing their artwork on vehicles across the state. So with that, I'll turn it over to the other Ryan Bronson.
Thanks, Ryan.
You bet.
Ryan Bronson with the Elk Foundation. We've been working on migrations for elk and other wildlife for a long time. Seasonal migrations are critical to species like deer, elk, antelope, moose, grizzly bears, gray wolves, antelope. All of these iconic species move from one place to another. They move from up there to down here in the winter, and they hit barriers. And our work happens on the landscape, but when we get up to the highway right-of-ways that end up being the barriers to migration movement, That's where we have DOT step in with programs like this.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everybody. John Swartz. I'm the operations manager for the Montana Department of Transportation. I want to thank everybody for coming, especially Governor Gianforte and Representative Walsh and Representative Zolnikoff, who couldn't be here, and all our partners for inviting the Department of Transportation to be a part of today's event. On behalf of Director Dorrington, it's an honor to join you in highlighting the important progress Montana is making on wildlife safety and transportation infrastructure. Wildlife vehicle collisions have a real impact on our state. They endanger public safety, cause injuries and fatalities, and damage vehicles while also threatening Montana's rich wildlife heritage. Wildlife crossings are proven to make a difference. They reduce crashes, lower costs for motorists, and protect the species that are central to our outdoor traditions. Every collision prevented saves lives, avoids costly damages, and strengthens the connection between our transportation system and the landscapes that run through it. At MDT, our role is to plan, to design, and maintain infrastructure that balances mobility, safety, and stewardship of Montana's natural resources. With the support of the governor, the leadership of Representative Walsh, and the dedication of conservation groups, we are integrating wildlife considerations into how we build and maintain our system. The collaboration ensures that our projects reflect the values and priorities of Montana across the state. MDT looks forward to continuing this important work with all of you, making travel safe, protecting wildlife, and sustaining Montana's way for generations to come.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you all for being here today. Working together, we're protecting motorists, wildlife, and our Montana way of life. Now let's sign these bills. Thank you. First, House Bill 855.